Ram them up in trucks, which definitely isn't that nice, but they're going to their deathbed anyway.
And then what happens after they go onto the truck? Alright, so thank you for sitting down. What's your name?
I'm Noah.
Noah, nice to meet you, Noah. So have you read the sign on the front?
Yeah, it's about veganism.
It says, if you're not vegan, you support animal abuse, change my mind. What's your thoughts?
I had a bacon sarnie this morning.
Yeah, that's not the question. If you're not vegan, you're not against animal abuse, change my mind.
Well, it's not exactly abuse in my mind if you think about it, because they do it in the nicest way possible. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just Mother Nature.
Mother Nature. What do you think they do to their pigs, for example?
Well, I know they like ram them up in trucks, which definitely isn't that nice, but they're going to their deathbed anyway.
And then what happens after they go onto the truck?
They're like driven down like long journeys in the heat down to like factories to be like killed.
What happens? How do they kill them?
With like a gun that just shoots to their head.
Okay, so what happens to pigs? They are 6 months old and they are put into a gas chamber. Just like, Auschwitz?
Oh,
you learned about Auschwitz in school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? How do you feel about Auschwitz? What happened to the people?
Oh, it was terrible, yeah.
Yeah? So that's what happens to pigs?
Yeah. It is pretty horrible. I mean, there's probably nice ways they can do it, but I mean, there's no way that you're going to be able to like convince a whole nation to try and change the way they do it. It's just cheaper for them. That's why they do it like that.
Okay. What about you?
I mean, I don't like the way they do it, but I can't really do much about it. I mean, I could stop eating meat, but I mean, that's going to take me a lot to do that.
It would take you a lot. Why do you think these slaughterhouses are open?
For money, economy, I guess. They're just there to make quick and easy money by
And who pays the money into them?
Governments and that, I guess, or just other people who eat meat.
Yeah, the consumer, you're right. So someone like yourself, who had a bacon sandwich today, you paid into the industries that keep slaughterhouses open for pigs to go into gas chambers where they suffer, they burn from the inside out. They pull their own limbs off because they're trying to get out. And that stuns them. All that suffering stuns them. Do you know what?
There if you want to see it.
Yeah, I'll show you the footage. A thing they do which is called knocking, where if a piglet isn't growing big enough, they pick the piglet up from the back feet and swing them and smash their head onto the floor.
Having them like that.
Yep. So this is where they are on the truck. So this pig is 6 months old and is taken to a slaughterhouse right now.
Yeah. I've seen them being sent away before in trucks.
Have you?
Yeah, and they all climb on top of each other, and it is sad.
Yeah, and this is a gas chamber, right? So they told people that gas chambers, the pigs just fall asleep, and you can visually see what's happening to them. So they're just trying to get.
I thought they used to use the guns that they use with cows, where they just shoot them.
Yeah, well, organic, free range, they all go here. Once they come out, they're then hung upside down by one leg. And they're
still alive or dead?
Yeah, so it takes 15 seconds for them to gain consciousness after being in this gas chamber. It's horrible, right?
Yeah.
I know, like, a lot of people when they see the word vegan, they just kind of like laugh and stuff, but someone who is vegan is just against this.
Yeah, no, my mum's seen stuff like this before.
Has she?
Yeah, because she was thinking funny, because my sister's vegan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It'll be great like, talking to your sister about it and stuff.
Yeah.
How does it make you feel when you see that?
Yeah, no, it is really sad.
Yeah, and you said about like stunning them with the gun pistol.
Yeah.
Do you think that's okay to do still?
I don't think it's better. No, I think it's better, but I don't think it's good still. Like it's still out. Like it's still bad.
If there was a way where animals didn't have to go through this, would you rather choose that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would, but I mean, I would still like a way where they can be put down like the nicest way possible.
Do you think there's a
without it
nice
being suffering?
Yeah, and that's because you have compassion in your heart. You don't want suffering for animals, and neither do I. And before I was vegan, I used to pay for free range and organic because I thought that was better. Yeah, but actually,
it's only half better. It's just like a half lie.
It's an absolute lie. So I don't know if you know about like the egg industry. They blend up male chicks alive on day one. Oh, if I have this up here, I think it's really important, and I think you're really brave for sitting down and actually looking at all of your friends. You're the only one to do this. Yeah, so in the egg industry, male chicks are classed as a waste product. I think it's at the end.
I thought, they just throw them all away?
They go straight into a blender alive.
What? Oh, right. And then what's that used for, like chicken? Or it's not even used?
So sometimes like dog food or just waste.
Oh wow.
So every time we pay for eggs, no matter where you buy them, whatever, even backyard hens, they usually come from somewhere called a hatchery. So they sex the male and female. The females go off to be egg-laying hens who are also killed at 18 months old, and the males go straight into a blender alive.
What, as chicks?
Yeah, on day one of life.
Oh my.
Or they're put into bags and suffocated to death.
Yeah, that is bad. Because there was some guy that was going around on the internet like suffocating cats, and he got so much stuff for it when they do the same with
God,
chickens.
yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. That's when like we're conditioned right to love dogs, cats, and yet we give pigs and chickens like numbers, and we kill them as babies for nothing more than taste pleasure. Like, do you think you have to eat animal products to survive?
I mean, you've got to get protein in somehow, and there's other stuff for it. But even as like cavemen, we were still hunting.
Yeah. So in a survival situation, things are very different, like you said. So people even eat other people when they are trying to survive. When you say protein, this is my husband, right? He's a bodybuilder. He's vegan. He hasn't eaten meat for about 4 years.
Yeah.
All protein comes from plants.
Yeah.
So the animals only get their protein from the plants that they eat. So you're eating the baby animal's second-hand protein. It's like saying, would you kill a dog to get the protein from them?
No, probably not.
No.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
Now that you've seen a bit of footage, has that kind of changed the way you feel about it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've even seen it in real life before with the trucks, and that definitely did, like, it does put like a little thought in your mind how bad they do it. Like,
Yeah.
There's definitely a nicer way they can do it. I don't know.
Do you think there's a nicer way?
Like, if I know, just big fields, like just them living out on fields rather than having to be like kept in like cages their whole life. Like chickens used to be like a lot of chickens still are. Like when the cheaply made eggs, they're just kept in cages, and that's all they're used for, in like tight cages.
Yeah, and that's the same with free range as well, just in big barns.
Yeah.
The dairy industry is what turned me vegan. I don't know if you know, but the only reason that cow produces milk is because they are a mother. Just like our mum gave us milk when we were a baby. Basically, she is put into something called a rape rack.
Oh, yeah.
She's then forcibly impregnated.
Yeah.
She carries her baby for 9 months, just like we would as a human. When she gives birth to her baby, the baby is taken from her. They call it snatching.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever heard the cries from the mother to the baby.
Yeah, they call out for them. I've seen like also they get put on things like they can't even go near their mums. They can only go near to feed. Like they just use them to like feed them.
Yeah, so the females are taken away. They have a chain around, put around their neck, and they're put into like a little area, like no bigger than that, for shelter. But do you know what happens to the males?
No.
A bit like the egg industry, they're classed as a waste product.
Oh,
They go straight into either be shot or put on a truck and go to the slaughterhouse, where they're hung upside down, have their throat cut.
Oh, right.
Just a couple days old.
Yeah.
Or they're sold to the beef industry, and they're fattened up for 18 months, and then they still go to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah.
So any animals like that you pay for, like animals, all just little babies who wanted to live. And you actually sound like a really nice guy. You sound really compassionate and kind. And I'd say to you, it's stronger to protect the vulnerable and the weak than it is to be the one oppressing them.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah. So we weren't always vegan. For years we ate animal products too, but we just didn't know better. We didn't know the truth.
Yeah.
So now you know the truth. What would be stopping you from not paying into this industry that you're morally against yourself?
I would consider like slowly changing, like I don't know, like vegan Monday or something, a couple of days of vegan a week, cutting down on products, like meat products and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you think to the victim, cutting down is enough? What would you say if you were the victim about to go into a gas chamber? What would you say to you?
Well, obviously.
How urgent would you want someone to stop abusing you?
Vegan, unless it's a strong topic. Like you have a lot of people who just take the piss a little bit, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go eat this hamburger in front of these vegan people.
Yeah.
But like it is like if it was them, or if they'd worked at a farm for over 6 months, they'd definitely see the light of what it's like for animals.
Absolutely.
And they'd definitely have a different opinion on it.
You're so right. Many people who come over and say things are just triggered.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say something to somebody if I didn't care about the subject.
Yeah.
But because they care so much, it means something in them has they're having a triggered response. So we get that a lot, but we know that they just don't know what you know now.
Yeah.
You're now accountable because you've seen what's happened.
Yeah.
They don't yet, and that's why we're here having these discussions with people, like good people like you, just might not know yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, for you, like what would stop you? Like, because transitioning slowly, if you were the victim, I would tell somebody to stop abusing you right now. I wouldn't say like it's okay to abuse you on this day but not this day, which is an injustice.
Yeah.
Like racism is an injustice.
Yeah.
We don't say we're going to have a racist Monday. We say we're morally against racism.
Yeah.
And would you say you're morally against animal abuse?
Yeah, I would definitely say I am. I do like animals, and I feel like if I'd definitely been like near animals or close enough animals in my life, I'd definitely feel a lot more compassionate with them, and I think anyone would, because like once you grow close to like an animal, they grow a bit close to you as well, and it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like a relationship with your friends, but like...
It is, you're absolutely right. My dog's like my best friend. It's like a childlike being. They rely on us to look after them and protect them. And you know what we do to them? We betray them and we put them in gas chambers and we blend them up alive for something as trivial as a sandwich.
Exactly. It is bad.
I really appreciate you sitting down. I think you're really brave, especially with your friends. It can be hard to come up to be the one to come and sit. So thank you so much for that. I'm gonna give you this. You can take that away and you can have a look at it yourself. But it's got a pig and a dog on there, and it says spot the difference. What's the difference between a dog and a pig? And this QR code, it's got documentaries on there, it's got a vegan challenge that you can do. Show your sister and chat to her about how you can stop. But every day you're not vegan, you're going to be paying into something that you're morally against.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you. Really appreciate your time. Have a good day.
Speaking to you.